You are insecure how your violin will sound after a few violins? Stay tuned and I will show you today how the violin will sound in a few years. Just have some patience and play every day. Hello, back again. This is Edgar from Cremona, Italy. We're doing nothing else than creating and building great sounding violins, viola, cello and double basses. And we're ready to wait for you because the journey starts here to make part of the Cremona Rus family. Today I wanted to show you something because over the years very often people tell me, yeah, but you know, modern violins, you buy them, they sound great, but then you never know. A friend of mine bought a violin and then it didn't sound anymore. Another friend had this violin and he went to a maker, he was moving something and he never had a great sounding violin anymore. Believe me, I do nothing else than building instruments, and if the instrument is created in a certain way how we do it with these magic hands, it's impossible that something like this happens. Because every kind of sound a specific instrument makes or made, I can reproduce it because I can just move exactly. Everything is under control and I can use the sound pulse like a joystick with you together if you come here, or if you tell me exactly how it should sound, I can adjust it. Now, from the very first day, I believe that a great instrument has to play great. It has to have a certain taste, a certain character, how it is equilibrated, how it responds, the projection, everything should be there, just like a great sports car, which from the very first day is working great. But from the very first day, you wouldn't put the car on the track and try to make a speed record. You need a little bit of time and things have to move in and you have to fine adjust a little bit everything in order that everything works properly and is developing as its best. Today, I wanted to, because it just happened to me in these days, I want you to show a violin which I finished here in Cremona. It's a linea Macchi, not even a master instrument. You would say, you know, the linea Macchi, it costs little, I want the master instrument. Go for it. I understand that I would also go for a master if I'm good enough. But if you're just a little bit insecure and you want just something a little bit better, already handmade in Cremona, go for a linea Macchi. Choose it and then stay on it, play it and get it updated from time to time. The violin I'm talking today is a linea Macchi Guarnieri Lord Wilton, has been made in 2022, has been sold, then given back as a trade-in because they graded up to a master violin, which I can understand very well. Indeed, the master violin was then even super trooper, a very nice one with super nice fitting from Les Bois d'Harmonie and all. That was really a nice choice. And we had this Lord Wilton, we adjusted it a little bit, we made some changes on the instrument itself, and then has been sold to nothing else than Lena Yokoyama. She chose and picked out that violin because when we were sound recording it for the web shop, she said, "Oh, that one is really outstanding, great, I want this one." As you know, it has been played already for 1 year. And so she bought that instrument. At the time she bought it, she was super excited and she couldn't imagine that something could be better than that. And then it was like 2 years later, in 2024, we sound recorded it just to make a video how the violin changes over the year. Check for that video, also interesting. And now it happened that she said, "Edgar, could you just make me the edge of the fingerboard a little bit more round on this side?" So keep it a little here. We looked at it and we just decided, let's revise the entire violin. We sound adjusted, and when she comes back, then we do the setup just how she likes it, and we'll see. And I listened to the violin, it's just incredible that from 2024 to 2025, it became a different violin. I think it's just extraordinary how it sounds because she plays, of course, every day, and that helps every violin. So by buying a handmade instrument, which is played every day and is also taken care with passion, and TLC, which stands for tender love care, it's like a car. You need to take a little bit care of it and understand that it's a mechanical object. And if you treat it well, it increases its value, its sound characteristics, and it becomes for you the most valuable item. It's just like a part of your body to be able to express yourself. Listen to Lena and you will make up your mind. Did you hear it? I think it's just super nice how it sounds. This is the process of how an instrument is projecting over the years if you treat it very well. And I just suggest you come, tell us, or write me an email. I will propose you something which fits exactly to your expectations, and then together we make this path together, and I will assist you in every single step. Usually this maintenance work, we don't charge you and we rip you off like when you buy a car for very cheap and then you have to pay for the rest of the years a lot of money because everything has to be changed all the time. No, in violin making it's not about that. It's just sometimes the maker knows exactly where what has to be, or the bridge slightly moved. Hold on, my wife. Amore, sono davanti alla camera, sto facendo video, però dimmi tutto, perché alle 2 ho il mio Q&A. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Yes, Q&A every month. I have Q&A every month for Patreons. Yeah, so my wife says, why do you have such less? At 2 o'clock, I have the Q&A every month, and it's already the end of the month. And towards the end of the month, I have my Q&A. So you want to know what I do with all this stuff? Stay tuned. Signed, Christian is laughing like crazy, but this is my truth, you know? This is my daily life, you know? Okay. Now the fun part of the whole thing is, and how will this go over the time money-wise, you know? Come on, I tell you here, it's so easy. In 2022, she paid $9,095 for that violin. And now already 3 years later, it is $10,264. Now, you wouldn't buy a violin because it's now, 3 years ago it was like this, okay? But in violin making, there is no inflation. This is not inflation. This is just, it's going slowly, slowly up. I could print you out from 15 years ago, my price list, and we could search together. It's just a continuous price value increasing line which goes up. And this is exactly what we're looking for, yeah? And this is so nice if you have an instrument which sounds great. It really does everything you want. It sounds great. It's getting better and better, and nobody could say, yeah, but an antique instrument sounds better. This Linea Macchi is just the hammer. It's just the best. It's the non plus ultra, and it could be yours. You just have to decide to go for it one day, today, tomorrow, whenever. I'm here waiting for you. Meanwhile, go on the internet, on my webpage, violincellomaker.com, into the shop, and you can see all the instruments and you can listen to the instrument from your house. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.